What's up with it, chat? Today I want to talk about how to carry with Mr. Fantastic. I'm the Godly Gamer, and if you're new here, I hope you have a good day, week, month, and year. God bless you. Now, before I get into the details of how I basically perceive Mr. Fantastic, how I carry with him, and the mindset I have in game and during game, I just want to share with you guys a scripture. Luke chapter 12, verse 15, it says, Then he said to them, Watch out and guard yourselves against every form of greed. For not even when one has an overflowing abundance does his life consist of, nor is it derived from his possessions. Possessions aren't important. Um, our relationship with Christ is. So, anyway, God bless you guys. Let's get right into what makes me carry with Mr. Fantastic and the mindset I have playing Mr. Fantastic. So Mr. Fantastic's kit is all about his stretch abilities. For example, when you press primary, you can basically swing his primary. You don't have to hit directly. But I think if you hit directly, I think it's a little more damage. Actually, it might be the same. But either way, you can whip it and swing it. On top of that, once you get enough damage, you become your big form. In your big form, you can literally do way more damage and you have way more survivability. However, though, you have way less range and way less mobility. So he's already like not the best with mobility. But the thing about Mr. Fantastic, when he gets big, look at this damage. Look at that. It's extremely like it baits cooldowns. It makes people feel like they can't do anything. Now, here's another thing. When you grab people, you can either sorry. Let me turn this off real quick. You can either basically grab them. You can either basically grab them, right? Like look at this, look at this. Look how I grab them. So I can grab, oh, sorry, and pull them. Once they're pulled, they're stunned for that whole time. I've even done things where I've pulled them off the objective, pulled them off the map, or just killed them when they're running away. Now, here's another thing. When you grab, right? Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Like so, the stun of his grab is good. Now, here's another thing. He can go from teammates and to enemies like this. Now he can pull himself. Pulling himself towards enemies does damage, and it blows them away and stuns them. But pulling himself towards friends actually gives his friends shield. So he can get in and out of danger with that stretch ability, this one. However, though, you want to be careful because that's really his only ability to move and actually have the ability to get in and out of danger. Now, the like one of his last abilities is also the Pop Tart mode. That's what I call it. And that's basically when you do this right here, you basically absorb all damage for a limited time and you don't get affected. But after it's over, you shoot it back at the enemy. So I've gotten like final hits from that and it feels really good. So you want to do that pretty often. And then we also got um, the ultimate. And the ultimate basically just creates a space of pure damage. But the reason why people think it sucks is because you have to hit it 3 times in a row, and then after that, you have to keep hitting it each time. It can't be blocked, it can't be shielded, it can't be anything. Otherwise, you will literally lose all your bounces, and you'll only do 1 or 2 bounces or whatever. And people don't really know when to use this ability. They think it's weak, but it's really good, especially when you do it in the back line or you do it in a space where with characters that don't have shields and you just consistently cause pressure with that ultimate and even bait their ultimates and bait like their abilities and make them waste their abilities trying to survive your ultimate. So it's really a good ultimate. Now, we're in season 9, so there's new things. I want to show you guys the team ups real quick as well. And so the team up for the thing is this one right here, where you basically punch. Every punch gives you shield. If you hold it, you push people back. And what that does is it does good damage, and like you can push people off maps and stuff like that. Now, enhanced is better because you get another pull move that's also
It's
just as
no
strong. So
stretch to say
you
I'm
can do that,
feeling good
or
about this
what you
battle.
can do is you can pick the rocket team up, which basically gives you the big mode that we
Failure
talked about
was
earlier,
inevitable.
but at any time you want. Like if you look at it, right, at 50%, boom, look, big mode.
Fantastic!
Boom, boom, boom. Here's another thing though. If you want, you can go past 100, right, which is usually when the big mode comes out. Look, I can hold it, I can hold it, I can hold it, I can hold it. You see how I'm at 175? Now look, boom. So now I get past 100. So the usual time you would be in big mode and you would have to leave big mode, with this team up, you don't have to leave big mode as much. So that's basically his kit. And I'm going to basically share with you guys what is my mindset when playing him and how I carry with him. Okay, so you can see here that first of all, I'm just creating distraction. I'm causing pain to the entire enemy team. And basically, how I see Mr. Fantastic is he's a person who bounces from teammate to teammate to help peel. He helps to peel, he helps to basically stop people from doing massive amounts of damage. And he basically is a person who is very much like, hey, get off the homies type of attitude. So that's kind of how I think when I play him. And as you can see, I'm never trying to necessarily do 1v1. Sometimes he can win good 1v1s, but what I'm really trying to do is get people off the team, get people distracted, get people to waste their cooldowns, and I would do that with any character really, but I still do it with Mr. Fantastic. And you can see I really try to jump people. It's like I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, does anybody need help? I think he's a really good peeler. He's a really good peeler, and he's really good at crowd control. If there's a big group around him and his teammates are competent, very phenomenal because he can displace enemies, throw them together, smack them together, make them basically pause for 1 or 2 seconds, and he's just really good at that. So that's kind of the mindset I have. You can see I'm tagging the tanks right now, but it's because we're stuck in the basically at their spawn room. So my focus is anybody I see, I'm just trying to give extra pressure to. I'm trying to make people feel like they can't just get a free ride. Like they have to really work at pushing that cart, you know? And so right now me and Rocket are trying to escape. So I'm using my pull to pull to him to get out of danger. Right? I'm not going to stay in there just because Mr. Fantastic's survivable, right? Because at the end of the day, if four or more people are targeting me at the same time, I'm pretty much dead, right? And so I want to not just stay there just because I think I could. I want to only stay there if my team is there. But since most of my team died, me and Rocket had to run away. Now look, we come back and my mindset is very much like looking around, like, okay, what's going on? Okay, I see it, Emma, but I don't want to only focus Emma because there's so many other characters that are kind of causing us to not be able to push, right? So I'm looking around, I'm trying to see, oh, okay, this is the priority target. Now, a priority target, how I view it, is someone who's causing my team the most trouble, whether it's a healer, DPS, or tank. It's someone who's causing my team the most trouble. For example, if somebody's going crazy, but it's because they're also getting pocketed and healed, you might want to take out the healer first. Healers ultimately need to be removed from the game as far as like in the matches. I'm not saying remove from the game like, oh, healers shouldn't be in Marvel Rivals. No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying healers need to be targeted first. You need to destroy healers because this is the main thing. Most of the time you can't push up because the enemy's healers are not being targeted. And that's just what it is. Even as Mr. Fantastic, I try not to dive with him because he's not I don't feel like he's naturally for dive, but at the same time I feel like he could dive if you play him smart. But I think the way I handle him is to basically play him as a defender. He's kind of a tank, but he's a DPS. And really, what they call that is a bruiser. A bruiser is just really good at fighting, really good at displacing, and really good at causing chaos. I think Mr. Fantastic is perfect at these things. I think the reason why a lot of people probably fail with him in matches is because they think he's supposed to do one thing, but he's really like a multi like a multi like a person that's really looking at everything that's going on in the match and saying, "Hey, I need to like straight up lock in and play well." And I feel like that's how he's always been. And so yeah, I think Mr. Fantastic is really great at basically just stopping enemies from being aggressive. He's really good at that. He stops enemies from being aggressive. You got to use your brain when you're using him too. So I like to do that. You can see here, like I'm just like putting super pressure. Even with my ultimate, you see me like not wasting my ultimate, not just like, oh, let me just throw it out, like whatever, like it's a trash ultimate. No, I think about it, I say, hey, what can this ultimate do? You know what this ultimate does? It constantly causes pressure for the enemy team. So you can see me doing that, excuse me, you can see me doing that consistently. And that's how I think. That's how I operate. That's how I move. So I think how you carry with him is you basically got to see all enemies as what are they doing to affect your team, and you got to put it into that. Basically, I look at Mr. Fantastic as a stopper. He stops the enemy team from being aggressive. He stops the enemy team from doing what they want. And that's kind of how I look at it. You know, you see how the Punisher was right there trying to shoot at us. I just pulled myself to him because I'm like, bro, get away. Stop trying to cause damage. And he ran away. You see, because at the end of the day, he didn't feel confident to fight Mr. Fantastic because Mr. Fantastic is very survivable in this game. So he's very strong, very powerful, and people will run away if you really use him correctly. So I really think it's about like the way I play him and the way I think about it every match is truly like how can I put a stop to what the enemy is doing to my team. And so and look at this, like that free Pop Tart mode of getting like receiving all damage and just like shooting it back at the enemy is such a good technique, and I think people sleep on it. Another technique, the technique that that makes you like pull people towards you, when you slam it to other people and you slam two enemies against each other, that move I heard somebody say it was a gimmick before, but that move is really good because you're constantly giving a mindset of, oh, I can't move at all when Mr. Fantastic does this. And people don't really realize that, like, you stun people for 1 or 2 seconds when you're doing stuff like that. And it's really good. It's really helpful. And it really does what it needs to do and destroys all plans of the enemy. So I really feel like the perspective needs to switch in this game and in general, in gaming in general. But you can't really, unfortunately, you can't like make people want to work as a team, make people want to help each other. Mr. Fantastic, the reason why a lot of people don't do good with him, and I'm gonna be real, it's because he is a team player. You have to play well with your team to do good with Mr. Fantastic. You just have to. You can't do it by yourself with Mr. Fantastic. So I really think that's the biggest issue, and I think that's why so many people don't like him. That's why so many people don't play him. That's why so many people think he's trash. Is because they're not good at playing as a team. They're good at doing whatever they want to do, whether it's diving, brawling, flanking, poking, hiding, and stuff. They like to do those things, and they don't like a character that kind of enforces, "Hey, you got to learn how to work as a team with the whole team." And so that's one of the biggest issues. But honestly, I do believe that Mr. Fantastic is going to remain one of my favorite characters. And I believe anybody can really carry with him if they lock in. So I encourage you guys to do that. Right now, if you made it this far in the video, type in stretch arm. If you type in stretch arm in the chat, I know you locked in all the way and you watched all the way through. I appreciate you guys for the likes, the cares, the shares, the hypes. Guys, when you hype the video, YouTube loves it, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the care. I appreciate all the love. And I appreciate you guys for keep coming back over and over to every single video, every single live stream. And in any situation, you guys are supporting me. So I really appreciate that. I thank you. And, it's not something that I've earned or deserve. It's just something that you guys give me, and I appreciate that. Anyway, God bless you. Love you guys. That's how you carry with Mr. Fantastic. But I'll see you in the next one, man. Peace.